Many in the U.S. were expecting a massive influx of migrants at the southern border when Title 42 expired. But 3 weeks later, we're seeing the opposite. The number of illegal migrant crossings is at its lowest point since President Biden took office, down from more than 10,000 daily to just over 3,000 now. This is likely due to a number of factors, including harsher consequences for migrants caught crossing illegally. Customs and Border Protection also says more migrants are using legal avenues through their new mobile app that schedules asylum appointments at the U.S. entry points. Regardless of the reason, it's good news for the Biden administration. The president has been trying to show he's tough on immigration. Beyond the numbers and the policies, it's the human stories that truly show what's at stake. For many migrants seeking asylum, the post-Title 42 world is confusing and tough to navigate. NewsNation's Allie Bradley joins us now. And Allie, you've learned that the new policy known as Title 8 isn't as clear-cut as the administration makes it out to be.
Yeah, you're exactly right here, Elizabeth, and we're following some stories that really showcase that. Right now, we've been introducing you to migrants from Venezuela. One young man who entered into the country 9 months ago before Title 42 ended. Well, now we are in a post-Title 42 world where they are promising harsher consequences, stricter restrictions for people trying to come into this country. And many of them, if they come in irregularly, are supposed to be removed immediately. But we found a very different story out here talking with migrants. We talked with a man from West Africa who is now here living out what he's calling his American dream. And his story isn't unique, as millions are already released into the country going through this process. In a rural suburb about 30 minutes outside of Indianapolis, Robert from Togo, West Africa, is starting over.
Now I think, what can I do to start a new life? Because of this country, America is my dream country.
Robert says he left Togo because of religious persecution.
Because of the religion problem, so I don't have peace to worship my God.
He showed us his work visas from several countries, including India, Turkey, and Brazil, because of his job in imports and exports, saying he'll take any work he can get here in America.
I will start these processes to get the permit to work before I start to work.
Because there's a legal way as well, which you know, right? You can fill out paperwork and you have to wait a long time.
Yes.
So why not do that? Why not do that legal process there and wait to come here?
To Togo, because of my country, I know everything for there. But here, I'm new person, I'm stranger here, so I'm follow the processes.
In Togo, they speak French, but Robert says France was not an option because they weren't accepting people from his country. And the reality, France isn't his dream.
It's the first power in the world. So if I want to save myself, I can't take another country who is not the first power.
He says he learned about America and how to come here through the news, saying he followed other groups who were also heading to the U.S., echoing what we've heard from other migrants, that the Darien Gap was by far the most dangerous as it's controlled by indigenous gangs, and many migrants are killed there. Robert stopped in Brazil for a month on his way to the U.S.
Did you have refuge, asylum in Brazil?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
Under new requirements with Title 8, migrants are supposed to be denied asylum in other countries before seeking it here. However, thousands are still doing it the improper way and arriving between ports of entry seeking asylum. Nearly as many people were processed under Title 8 as they have been under Title 42 since the health code was put into place in 2020. It's important to note that while a migrant may have been processed under Title 8, it does not mean they were actually removed, as the majority were and continue to be released into the country with a court date, like Robert.
They give me paper to go courts.
And it's safe to say he isn't the only one who slipped through. CBP says these decisions are made on a case-by-case basis.
I see the peace in this country.
You'll remember we met Robert last week after he crossed between ports of entry into the Yuma sector. He self-surrendered to Border Patrol and was transported to the Yuma station for processing.
Food, hospital, everything is good.
He was placed in so-called removal proceedings under Title 8 and released to the local NGO. the Regional Center for Border Health.
Everything, they give food, water, medical, everything is okay.
Robert spent 3 days in Yuma, and then he took a bus to Washington, D.C. From there, a plane to his final destination in Indiana, where he's living with his friends and says he will follow the legal process as it plays out. But he has no plans to leave. He says he gave up everything to be here.
What if they tell you you have to go back to Mexico? What will you do?
No, you don't do that. Don't do that. You receive me.
They received you?
Yes.
So you're here now?
Yes.
Okay, so what is next for Robert? Well, in just 2 weeks, he is set to link up with an ICE immigration office here in Indianapolis. Now, you'll remember the story with Josmar that we told you about earlier this week, where he still didn't have a court date 9 months later. With Robert, though, in a post-Title 42 world, he already has his court date. That is set for December. And in those proceedings, Elizabeth, he could face removal, but as you heard there, he has no intention of leaving.
All right. Allie Bradley, thanks so much for that in-depth reporting.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.